Stop. If you are thinking you need $10,000 to use on the trading bot, you have it all wrong. Because I've been making money in the market for the last 10 years, and the last 5 years have been completely automated. And I'm here to tell you this, you can start with whatever you have. $500, $200, $100, you get it, right? But hear me, if you think you're gonna flip $100 starting on Monday and then finish up with 10K by Friday, this 100% is not the video for you. This video is for the people who are tired of losing, tired of being emotional, tired of blowing accounts and ready to do this right, the better way, the easier way. I'm gonna break down how much you really need to start with, how I turned $100 to an astronomical value, and also how automating your trades hands-free will essentially change your life, or could change your life. You know how it is around here, words, but only if you're using it the right way. And if you're serious about leveling up, make sure you hit the link in the description so you can pull up to my free live trading AI masterclass. It's a full breakdown of the exact system that I use. So let's kill the biggest lie out there. You do not need thousands of dollars to get involved with trading automation. I started one of my earliest bots with $100, and not because I was broke, but I just wanted to test and start my system outright with a small bit of money so I can really see what's going on here. And see, people think one of these two things, you need $10,000 up front or $100 is going to magically turn into $1 million in about 3 weeks. We know that's a lie, right? But one thing I will say about traders is we think that one big win is going to take us to the moon. We think we're going to hit that lottery win when it comes to trading. And that's how all traders make their money, but that is the biggest lie. It's literally the small wins, the compounding wins, the repeatable wins, the disciplined wins that make somebody wise, wealthy, and rich. It's the repeatable functions that you can expect, that you can predict. If you have a predictable business, you'll have a profitable business. So that's why you want a predictable bot, so it can be consistent and it can do those small, disciplined, consistent wins. Otherwise, you'll have one crazy banger, but guess what? You'll eventually have one crazy banger of a loss as well. So both of those two things are wrong. And here's the truth. You don't need more money. You just need a system that works. And it's crazy because so many people are throwing so much money at the random trades, at the plentiful strategies, at the crazy indicators, and the YouTube opiums. I spent 10 years in the market and 5 deep of those in automation. And if it's one thing that I learned, it's this: starting small is not a weakness. Starting small is your edge, because it forces you to respect your risk. It forces you to build discipline, because when you start to treat that $100 like it's really $10,000, then that's when your time to scale. That's when it's time to actually build. And I used to be like most traders, chained to the charts, stressed out over every single candle, reversing, going back on me, moving my stops early, all that jazz. Even over trading because I didn't want to miss out on a trade. But when I started refining and building my own bots, then I really seen a light. It's like the veil was literally torn, like that. My trades were becoming consistent. I wasn't staying up all night trying to catch them. I had data, not guesses. Automation removed all the emotions from the process. And 100% don't hear what I am not saying. I'm not saying bots are magic, right? I'm saying a well-built system will way farther outperform an emotional human over the long term, every single time. For the past 5 years, I've automated strategies using MetaTrader, right? Now I've got bots that run on almost every single platform, every single broker. It trades based on market structure, liquidity grabs, breaker blocks, session timing, as well as other SMC-based logic. This is the smart money way, not the indicators, not signals, but real logic programmed into the system. And so many people, they want to start trading and they put $10, $100 into the account ready to go crazy. You can do the same thing with the bot. It's all about compounding. And as God says, do not despise those humble beginnings, because they add up. Just because that 5% on your $100 account is not a lot right now, just let it compound. Okay, you took that 5% and you made 15% on it. Now you're at 115. Guess what? That next 5% that you're going to risk is going to be more than the last one. So it's all about compounding. It's all about scaling. I know we want to get rich overnight. I know we want to get rich as fast as we can, because that is the goal. We want to get rich as fast as we can so we can enjoy it with the ones we love for as long as we can. But at the same time, I need you to understand this. It is a time and it is a place. It is a process and there is a goal. I try to not focus on goals, because once you hit your goal, well, not even once you hit your goals, when you set goals and when you put times on those goals and you don't hit it, you're very discouraged and it can mess up your process. It can mess up your plan. But when you fall in love with the process, when you fall in love with that plan, make it actionable, make it something you can do step by step every single day. And when you go to sleep, you can know if you stuck side by side by that plan. That's what gets you to your goals. If you're somebody that actually wants to learn how I actually integrated and built all this logic into the system, make sure you hit the link in the description to join the free masterclass for the AI trading. So let me tell you about the $100 bot. So this was early in my automation journey. I was testing the sweeps around New York session AM, specifically on the kill zones. I threw $100 at it, not expecting to get rich. Please, if you're like somebody that's wanting to trade and like, I just want to throw money in it and I want to get rich, trading is not for you. It's about the slow games. I digress. Anyways, I threw $100 at it. ready to test and see the logic, right? And that $100 showed me everything that I needed to know about the system. Not because it made a lot of money, but because it proved to me what it could actually do. Manage risk, wait for entries, handle drawdown, stick to rules, and give me consistent data. And after a few weeks, notice how I said a few weeks, I started to notice little compounding, It was no hype to it. It was not exciting. It was not crazy. Trading should be very boring. Trading should be very slow. Trading should be very consistent, and it should be predictable. And here's the gem. Even though I had losing trades, I was never stressed about it because it was still following that plan. Even in your manual trading journey, you'll have those losses, but as long as you're following your plan, you are winning. And the plan backed by real logic, it worked long term. Most of you guys that are watching this are still caught in that flip mode. Like, I have to flip every single dollar. If it's not a 2x, if it's not 3x, if it's not a 4x, it's not worth my time. You are not building consistency. You are building lottery tickets. But $100 in a bot, letting it trade it right, that's a lab. That's how you get proof of concept. And then you scale. When it's showing you it's working, then you put in more. Then you scale, then you scale, then you scale. I'll put you on some game. Professional traders who make a lot of money trading, they don't think in flips. They think in probabilities. They think in systems. They think in long term, because professional traders, we're not here for a short term. We're not here for a short time. We're not here for fun. We are here to be in this game for longevity. We want to be here for a long time, right? That's the power of automation. You're not taking guesses. You're not emotionally trading. You're not over leveraging because you saw a wick. You're letting your system execute a tested plan. When you combine that with smart money principles like fair value gaps, break the structure, liquidity sweeps, timing sessions, that's when it all clicks. That's when it all comes together. And that's the recipe, man. That's the recipe you put into a cake. You put it into an oven, and comes out your beautiful cake. Now you got a robotic trader that never gets tired, never sleeps, never gets greedy, and always executes. And that is how you build long-term consistency in the game. So let's say you do start $100, you get the logic right, you build the strategy, you run the bot, you tweak the rules, and you're seeing those steady gains. So what next? You scale, but do it smart. Don't just throw $10,000 in there just because you're hyped and you're lit about the results that you got. Here's how I scaled when I did my bot. I started with $100. I watched the performance for about 3 to 4 weeks. I refined the strategies and all the logic consistently. Then I upped it to 500. Then I upped it to 1,000. Then I upped it to 2,000. And by the time I was managing 5 figures already, because the system has already proven itself. I had data, I had confidence, and the automation was consistent. It was proven and it was tested. That's how pros move. No guesswork, just strategy and scale. Again, this entire strategy, this entire logic, this entire setup, scaling process, it's all in the live trading AI masterclass. So you can join in the link in the description. Make sure you pull up. So how much money do you really need to start trading with a bot? The real answer is start with what you have. If you have $50, if you have $100, if you have $350, just start. What matters is building a system, one that can be trusted, one that can be repeatable, one that can scale over time. I've been in the markets for 10 years and decided to put the last 5 into full automation, and it has changed everything. No more emotional trades, no more late night revenge trading sessions, just data, consistency, and freedom. If you want to see how I built this, make sure you register for the class down below in the description. It's deep, it's practical, it's not hype, and it's free. Link in the description, tap in, let's build something real.